I think this live? It is live, but this doesn't. I know. I am so sorry that like everybody says that when they start doing a live stream, but it doesn't feel live to me. I am very new to Ecamm. But hello, what's up, everybody? Dr. Jaws here, and today we are doing an experiment. We are going live, and I don't. This is really different. I don't. I was fiddling around with this over the weekend, and this looks really different from what I was kind of practicing with. But whatever. Anyway, this is a brand new series that finally kind of locks my ass into YouTube and like gives me a dedicated schedule wherein we are gonna create a awesome chill study party every Monday night. Monday nights at 9, ranging from like an hour to a couple hours to maybe even 3 hours, depending on how we're feeling. So, and I totally understand, by the way, I'm probably talking to the void right now. I think I am. But in the future, I mean, I think if I understand it correctly, live videos are saved, and there might be people who watch this in the future. So hello, future people. This is the first video that we're going to do. So what I'm going to do, if, nobody minds, I'm just going to check to make sure on my little phone to see if things are working correctly. And I hope they are. I think they are. Let's see. Just checking out my channel. No. Oh my god, it's an old video. It is such an old video. And I don't know if this is actually working correctly. So we're going to be really annoying and go into YouTube itself. Oh, you know what? Oh, this is totally working. This is actually totally working. Never mind. Sorry about that. I'll explain more of what we're actually doing in a little bit. I'm just kind of, I'm new, man. I'm just kind of getting used to everything. So let's get out of that window. Oh, yeah. It's live. It's live. There we go. Oh, cool. It's got my cover photo. That looks nice. I'm proud of that. Awesome. Okay. All right. So I don't know why it's not showing up in my... Yep, it's totally live. This is totally live. That's hilarious. So, okay. I know some friends... I can't do this with the share screen. I know some friends wanted to see this, so I'm going to share this with them. But anyway, just kind of like, spoiler alert, this is super chill and super informal. This is not a lecture. This is not like a presentation. This is just like an actual like space. You guys can come in and chill out, and we can study sharks together, or you could just work on whatever project you're working on, and I'll be in the background. So I don't know. It's like a chill vibe. It's a cool thing to do on Mondays. So, but anyway, let me go ahead and send this to my friends because we're actually very curious about this. So I promise it won't take that long. Oh, and now it's on my phone. That's hilarious. Okay, now it's on my phone. That is really funny. Project you're working on. Oh no. I'll be in the background. Okay, I don't want a feedback loop. I don't know. It's like a chill vibe. It's a cool thing. Yeah. Yeah, I know it's chill. Okay. All right, you wanted to see it. There's 3 people who wanted to see it. Oh my god. All right, you wanted to see it. I'm almost done. And then I think you wanted to see it. So they might show up in the chat, they might not. So it's Monday. I mean, also, by the way, to the subscribers, I am so sorry for not announcing this at all. This is all new, so like this is all new. So software I'm using is Ecamm, and I saw a feature where you can do like scheduled live things, and I think that's probably what you're supposed to do because it like gives people warning. So but there we are. Let's get out of this screen and let's go back to, we're still going to be on the channel, but let's go to, I've got a nice Bull Shark playlist, and I'm going to have this on in the background while we talk about what the heck this is all about. So no, I don't want Wendy's, although I actually had Wendy's recently and they're actually pretty good, but oh, this is terrible. I don't want Wendy's. I don't want to show for Wendy's. I don't support this. Ugh. I don't have an ad blocker, as you can tell. Anyway. Okay. There we go. Alright. So, let's. Oh, somebody's texting me, but I think if you can hear me, like, I think you can message me. I think you can put something in the message, and then you can send that to me. I'm so I know. I'm getting text from this person right now. I'm so sorry. I'm new. I'm new. I'm new. Okay. But anyway, here we go. So the point of all of this is, again, this is a super chill study space where every Monday we are going to talk about a different shark species, and the mission is we're going to talk about like general overview of the species, and then going into the Florida Museum of Natural History has a really good broad overview of like the basic biology, and then jumping over to the IUCN Red List, which is more conservation, and then jumping into what do you call it? Sharkreferences.com, which has a really cool plethora of publicly available papers that we could take a look at if we want to. So, but just like the show Adventure Time, we have objectives and we may or may not get there. Like, it's like, it's just chill. It's a chill room. So, yeah, so that's kind of the gist of it. And then I'm thinking every week, and I'm fully prepared, by the way, that now I'm talking to one person, which is nice, but every week, and as it hopefully gets more popular, people can suggest sharks that we want to cover, and then also suggest music. So right now in the background, you are listening to a super cool YouTube channel called Blue Turtle. I love them, and I often study to them, or just kind of like do whatever and kind of clean and I don't know, work on projects or something. Blue Turtle is super relaxing and a lot of fun, and I love them. So check them out. Please subscribe to them. They are super cool. Support that channel. They are super cool. I got their little logo on the top right. This video is not sponsored by them, but but I genuinely love them. So please go ahead and support them. So anyway, tonight's shark is Carcharodontis lucus, the bull shark, the famous bull shark. And if you know me or if you follow me for a while, you're probably sick of me talking about bull sharks, because this is the one that I focus a lot of attention on. And the latest book is on bull sharks. So actually, I have a copy somewhere. I'm gonna show for myself because I don't have sponsors. So might as well show for somebody. But so, latest book, Bull Shark Compendium, everything on bull sharks. It's a species I'm very familiar with, and I figured that's a good place to start, especially since, I think as we kind of go along with this series, it might be fun to kind of, be challenged and to learn about brand new sharks. And for me, that's the biggest thing. I know, kind of doing live stream, at least at first, is, a little freaky. But, for me, honestly, the biggest thing and kind of my true objective on my end is kind of, what can I learn? So, it's a genuine study party in terms of, I know a lot about bull sharks, but, there's definitely things I probably don't know. And so we're going to see what we can figure out. So, I guess before we super dive in, and by the way, for I guess the last time, do whatever. Everybody is welcome. Comment whatever. This is sharks, but if you are not a marine biologist or whatever, that's totally cool. I think part of the idea and part of why I wanted to do this is I personally love listening to podcasts. I love having ambient things on in the background. And I think this is kind of a space to do that. So, just this kind of cool, chill, calm thing. And it's Mondays, man. Mondays suck. So, let's just spice it up a little bit and have some fun. This is not a party. It's it's a party. It's a study party. But, this is chill. So, anyway. And on that note, I'm actually getting really mesmerized by these sharks. Oh, God, it's so beautiful. Okay, so, oh god, I love bull sharks. Alright, so, and I have to remember We'll watch these videos first, and then before we close out, I have to do shout outs for who made these. Actually, who made this video? This is. We'll do shout outs later because I don't want to kind of break the full screen vibe. It's pretty cool. So, but anyway, yeah, let's skip ahead to. I think I should do default view, and then I'll do the big view. Alberto Diaz. All right. Thank you. So this playlist, if you're subscribed to the channel, like I put together footage from like YouTube that I think is like the best of a certain species. So if we go back to Alberto Diaz, that was one of his videos, and I put in my footage selects playlist. So, but really cool video. We've got Blue Bay, Dibrem. Dibrem's awesome. Like, I actually watch a lot of Dibrem videos. And then Woody Kennedy, Island Life, and then Qumran Waipaka. So these are our bull shark lineups. So, but we already watched Alberto's video, so we're gonna kind of put this one on the background and just talk about the shark itself. But, okay, so just general, not super diving into it overview. Like, things I love about the bull shark is, oh, that's kind of buffering. Things I love about the bull shark are, like, it's in the genus Carcharinus, which is like a very, oh, this is buffering really badly. It's in the genus Carcharinus, which is a very speciose genus. There's like 33 different kinds of Carcharinus, so, and they're usually very hard to tell apart. But bull sharks stand out, and like I love things that just have such a character, like a charismatic like presence. Bull sharks specifically really stand out. Like when you see it, you know exactly what it is. It's just that big, chunky body and like the tiny eyes, and then the dorsal and the pectorals are kind of. The pectorals are definitely kind of sickle shaped. The dorsal has a nice like concave curve that is a little bit unique or distinct. Like when you take a look at other Carcharinus, they don't curve in that far. So my point being is like when you see it, you know it's a bull shark. And I know there's like other species that are pretty close and are hard to tell apart from bull sharks. Like pig eye shark, I think, is an example. But for the most part, I mean, you know, when you see a bull shark, it's, you know exactly what it is. So, it's so cool. I'm also, I mean, I'm not sorry because it's supposed to be a chill space, but I'm actually really, really, like, I was super, super enjoying watching these videos, actually. So, I promise this is not a React channel. This is like, I'm just really getting into it. So, made a. Oh hey, I think this is a Dibrem video. Made a cup of black tea. No it's not. Hold on. Didn't want to misspeak. This is... Oh, it is Dibrem. No, I'm cool. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It is Dibrem. Dibrem's the best. So, made a cup of black tea. It's just Lipton's. That's what I got for tonight. What's your study snack? Leave a comment below. Oh my gosh. Actually, you know what? Let me check. Let's check to see if I'm doing this right. Let's finish this video, then I'll check to see if I'm actually doing this right. I think I am, but... Oh, right. I meant to point out. So, this is a Moat Marine Lab mug acquired from Moat Marine Lab in Sarasota, Florida? I think that's Sarasota. But what's really funny is, like, you know, your proper mug position, like, I'm right-handed, so I'm holding it with my right hand. And I guess that works because, you know, the shark is facing me, but then if what's facing you is just blue, you know, it's like, this is not characteristic. And it's like, I think for mugs, they should just have logos on both sides, you know, just so everybody enjoys what the mug is about. So I have a Jeff Goldblum mug that accomplishes that task. So we'll feature that on a different episode. Anyway, let's study. So, I think before we dive into the internet resources, we should read from the great book. This is Sharks of the World by David A. Ebert and Mark Dando and Sarah Fowler. So this is the third iteration of this book, and it is, I'm not lying, guys, this is the greatest shark book I have ever read in my life. This is unbelievable. It is every single species documented. It's updated. The camera position's a little odd. It's it's updated like so quickly. I think the first edition. How do you think about this? The first edition is like late 2000s, early 10s. The second, the Pocket Guide, was like 2015. This is like 2021, 2022. Let's figure that out. What do we got? What is this? First edition published 2013. This one is 2021. So, anyway, if you ever want to get a shark book that is like the most... there we go. Sorry, wrong direction. If you ever want to get a shark book that is the most comprehensive book ever, like everything you could possibly want to know, everything related to just like the biodiversity of sharks, like every shark in the world, it's Sharks of the World. This is an amazing thing, and I'm gonna just feature it on every episode, because it's just that amazing. So, and just as kind of like you got these cool little graphs, or not graphs, like plate illustrations, and then you also get nice species accounts. I got to be very careful because guys, I love this book. I just like treat it. This copy is very special, by the way, because I went up to New York this year with two very dear friends of mine who live there, and we went to the American Museum of Natural History, and this copy was acquired from the American Museum of Natural History in New York City. So it's very special. It's my favorite book. I cherish it. But anyway, the point is I'm reading from it really quickly. We got to get kind of a general overview of Carcharodontis lucus. So, fun fact. So, Carcharodontis, the Greek means, it's karka, which is like, it can mean shark or it can mean sharp. I personally like sharp, like SHARP. Because like, I don't know where shark comes from as far as karka, the Greek word karka goes, but like, I think sharp makes more sense. So karka is sharp, rhinus is nose. So Carcharodontis is sharp nose. If you do the other interpretation, it's shark nose, but I don't like that. I personally like sharp nose. And then lucus is very interesting because that came from Lukos, which is like an island known for a light. The point being, it's supposed to mean white. It's supposed to be like, it means white. I think the original word comes from like a lighthouse or something, or like a light source, but it's supposed to translate to white. So how this species name translates is white sharp nose, but it's kind of wrong because the first specimen of bull shark was preserved incorrectly in the 1800s, and its like skin pigmentation is like, it was white, and so scientists at the time thought that's what the shark was like, in its natural form, which it isn't, and so that's why they called it Lucus, Carcharodontis lucus, the white sharp nose. So actually the whole name is wrong because like it famously has a blunt snout, so I don't know. I mean, I guess it's redeemed because it's one of the most famous sharks in the world. So bull sharks are one of the most famous, maybe infamous, sharks in the world. But I digress. Sorry about that. You get to hear my gulping. All right. Let's read behavior. Let's do behavior. I'm just going to do the behavior section book. So Bull sharks usually cruise slowly near the seabed in water less than 20 meters deep, traveling an average of 5 to 6 kilometers per day, but are agile and quick when chasing and attacking prey. Young sharks may be seen spinning out of the water. I've actually seen that in Florida. I used to live in Florida, fun fact. Tampa Bay Tico power plant? They have like there is a manatee center in one of the power plants in Florida on the Tampa Bay Gulf Coast side. And the power plant makes the water unnaturally warm. And, oh, stop the killing. Yes, I agree. Sorry, the video. Anyway, the power plants make the water unnaturally warm, and it attracts a lot of manatees. Manatees like that area, just because it's warm. But it also attracts a lot of sharks. And I went with a friend one time, and far out in the distance, sharks were spinning in the water. I actually don't know exactly what species that was, but it's very likely it's a bull shark because Florida is like their stronghold. So I don't know. I mean, it could be other sharks, but I'm pretty sure it was a bull shark. Anyway, here we go. They have small eyes, as sight is not very useful for hunting prey in turbid water conditions. That's super cool. Isn't that cool? Females often have courtship scars, but males with fighting scars are rare. These sharks prefer a coastal environment, and pregnant females give birth to their pups in estuaries, a vital inshore habitat for bull sharks, which has been badly damaged by a wide range of human activities. Yes. I had a fact, and I totally forgot. It's Monday. I had something to add to that, but turbid water conditions, adaptation. White scars are rare. Oh, that was a fact. Okay. So, cool thing about bull sharks. There's been a study of sharks in captivity and their behavior in captivity, and it has been observed that other sharks yield to bull sharks. So it's like if two sharks are swimming at each other, and it's like a bull shark and a sand tiger shark, the sand tiger will yield. Or like a sandbar shark, the sandbar will yield. But a bull shark does not yield. It's really cool. It's super cool. Anyway, the preferred distribution close to the coast and freshwater also means that bull sharks are likely to come into regular contact with people. Yes, that happens. It is not good. This combined with their large size, massive jaws, with disproportionately large teeth. This is very important. Put a pin in that. Indiscriminate appetite and propensity to take fairly large prey makes the bull shark one of the world's 3 most dangerous shark species, particularly in turbid tropical waters. So yeah, on that note, okay, sorry. The big tooth thing sounds dumb, but that actually is extremely important. Why is it going fuzzy, man? What's going on? No, I don't want to watch cuttlefish mating. No! Get it out of here! Get it out of here. Let's go. We'll put this on a loop, dude. I don't watch cuttlefish mating on my own, man. This is weird. Okay, sorry. Killing the vibe. Killing the vibe. Let's go back. Big teeth. One moment. I was like, no, man. I don't want to see that molluscan. No. Oh. Oh my god. Anyway, big teeth. So what's really cool is that bull sharks, white sharks, oceanic white tips, and tiger sharks, maybe not so much tiger sharks, tiger sharks, those 4 species, they've evolved and have adapted proportionally large teeth. And that is really not that common in the shark world. Like proportionate to their body size, the tooth size is enormous. And it's like these sharks are very famous in our popular culture because, of course, they're the dangerous species and they're responsible for most of the shark attacks. But I think people sort of mistakenly think all sharks are like that, and all sharks have the big teeth. I know I certainly was surprised when I learned that bull sharks having big teeth is kind of like a weird thing as far as sharks are concerned. Like as far as like when you look at the total biodiversity of sharks, like proportionally, like bull shark teeth are enormous relative to their body size when you compare it to like a sandbar shark, a spinner shark, a blacktip shark. It's not that. It's a unique adaptation meant for handling large prey, like cetaceans, or I've heard of bull sharks going after just like cattle in the river, or like I've heard of weird things with bull sharks, or tiger sharks. Tiger sharks are very famous for like eating anything, like garbage, suits of armor, or, like stuff like that. And then white sharks, of course, famous for eating seals. Seals are big, blubbery, not easy to like tackle. I mean, so I thought it was really cool. I had no idea that the big tooth thing was like a unique adaptation, like as in like it's just not common in sharks to have such large teeth. And I know it sounds really dumb. That sounds super dumb, but like it's something kind of unique to this species. It's what makes this species a species. So I just think it's fascinating. I thought it was really cool. So anyway, we're almost done with the book, and then we'll kind of like dive into other things. So what do we got? By the way, if you're just joining or if you're watching in the future, Monday nights at 9. This is the... I think I'm named it Dr. Jaws Live? Dr. Jaws Live. Yeah, Monday nights at 9, Dr. Jaws Live. Only on the... Well, it doesn't exist anymore. Anyway, so... the other two measured by the number of recorded attacks on people are the white and tiger shark, but because bull sharks are not as easy to identify, bites from the species are probably underrecorded, and the bull shark may actually be the world's most dangerous shark. I personally think that's kind of not the smartest, because it's like, I think for what matters is just like look at the animal and say like, does this pose a legitimate risk to me? Like I think like this is really awful, but like kill counts kind of like don't matter as much as like what is the biology of this animal, what is it capable of doing, what has it done, and what could it do to me. And on that note, I would lump bull sharks, white sharks, tiger sharks, and oceanic whitetips in the same category of dangerous. That's a dangerous animal. Like, it's beautiful and I love it, but it also deserves a lot of respect because it's like that is a dangerous shark. Like that is not a shark to mess around with. Like none of them are, but like don't underestimate bull sharks, man. Like that is like that's a lion, dude. It's a lion, a wolf, a tiger. It is not something that you mess with or is like your buddy or whatever. It's a beautiful, powerful, dangerous animal that deserves respect. So did the music stop? Let's go check in on that. Nope, it just took a break. Okay, I guess it paused to accentuate my point. I don't know, so I'll run with it. Well, I love these videos. So cool. But yeah, I mean, like, anyway, my point is, those four are, I would put them in the same category. I would rank them as equally dangerous. I would rank, as far as like danger goes for sharks, I guess I would make three categories. It's like dangerous sharks, which is bull, tiger, white shark, and then oceanic whitetip. And then potentially dangerous, like things have happened because people are being stupid or just freak accidents happening. So like sand tigers fall into that category. They're usually very docile, but there's been a lot of run-ins, and I would think it's probably attributed to the fact that it's kept in captivity a lot, so probably a higher risk of exposure, like, or a higher risk of incident, or maybe, like, is kind of my guess. Like, I think in the International Shark Attack file, sand tiger sharks are the fifth most recorded attack, but it's also like one of the most popular sharks in aquaria, so there's a disproportionately high amount of interaction with people, so it's like, I don't know. It's a famously docile species. People dive with those sharks a lot. So anyway, point being, sand tiger sharks, gray nurse sharks. No, sorry, not gray nurse sharks. It's the same thing. Gray reef sharks, sand tiger sharks, gray reef sharks. I've heard of hammerheads biting people, but it's kind of weird to me. I don't know why they would do that, because they have like proportionally kind of smaller mouths. I don't know. I don't know why they do it, but I've heard of hammerheads biting people, mako sharks biting people, blue sharks biting people, dusky sharks. Like those species I would put in the category of potentially dangerous, where it's like not really. I might turn the music down. Not really super hazardous to be around them, but I wish YouTube had volume settings. Oh, I guess that's the lowest that we can go while having music. Okay, we'll keep it. May have made it worse. Anyway, where was I going with that? And then category 3 is like harmless sharks. Like pretty much the majority of sharks are harmless. We have 500. My last official count was like 514, but I think even that got bigger. So it's like 530 shark species. So of those, 30 have maybe bit people, and then of those, like 4 are actually dangerous. So, you know, most sharks are nice and harmless. So, anyway. I don't know if I finished everything on this. I think I did. Because, like, I think the biggest thing for our study party is we gotta go on to the internet resources. So, blah, blah, blah. I think we're good, and it's kind of awkward to kind of read down here. So, let's go diving, guys. Here we go. Let's go in. Alright. Thank you, YouTube, for doing your magic. Let me check my little screen. Oh, I got a chat! Oh, that's so cool. Thank you. Thank you, Beth. Awesome. Okay, now what's funny is my instinct is to, like, comment back. How can I make the comments up here? That is so sweet. Thank you. Add to broadcast? No, add to broadcast means I would be interviewing her. Oops, nope. We don't want to, yeah. Interesting. But I got somebody! That's so nice! Yay! That's so cool. That is so cool. Thank you, Beth. So, yeah, Beth is a dear friend of mine. And that is very sweet of her. She's the first person to have ever commented on one of these little live sessions. So that is super cool. Anyway, I'm tempted to like write back, but like again, I'm alive. So anyway, let's go back to what time is it? Holy shit, it's 9:30. Gosh, I could ramble. Let's go into Florida Museum of Natural History. So we're actually accomplishing a mission because I don't think a lot of people, or so far only one person is here. And I think they might have left. So this is for the future. This is for the future people. All right. So Florida Museum of Natural History is a nice cheat sheet, like cool guide. Like, if you want to kind of break things down and start to get to know a species, this is a good starting point. I've seen ichthyologists use this pretty often. So, just as like a quick little, like, what is this? And, like, if you want to, this is like a more professional Wikipedia. Like, if you want to get a quick Wikipedia, like, rundown on what this animal is, this is a good place to go. So, Florida Museum of Natural History, pretty nice resource. So here we go. Discover fishes, Carcharodontis lucus. We talked about the name. Bull shark, and let's see if I can learn something new. So large salt sharks found both in salt and fresh water. They have been recorded in rivers of hundreds. I won't read everything. Miles from the sea, mostly common found in marine estuarine environments close to shore. Also, I'm sure probably most of you know about citations, but if there's any younger viewers, that little parentheses, Simpfendorfer and Burgess, 2009, is a citation that would help me and is going to help us later. Sorry, as we get into the nitty gritty. But It's going to help us if we wanted to get more information about, like, okay, commonly found in marine estuarine environments close to shore. How do you know that? We can dive into that research and figure that out. So it's like a paper trail. So I'm sure college students are rolling their eyes because they know what a damn citation is. But anyway, sorry about that. Bull sharks can grow to a total length about 340 centimeters. That is like, as an American, I don't know what that means. Actually, what's kind of funny, let me back up. Like metric length kind of annoys me because it's like it just like our systems are stupid. Like feet, yards, whatever. They're stupid, but they stick with me, and like I can kind of get a size of something on feet, not yards really, but feet, inches, whatever, right? The centimeters throw me off. Like metric length throws me off. Conversely, metric weight I love. Like kilograms, dude, I know what that is. Like kilograms are great. Like I love metric weight. Metric weight makes sense. Like what we have, pounds and stuff, makes no sense. So metric weight is awesome. Actually, the entire metric system is great, but like metric weight I love. Metric length I'm not a huge fan of. That's a rhyme. Like most a tangent. Like most of the requiem sharks in the genus Carcharinus, bull sharks are plain gray above and pale to white underbelly. They have broad, rounded snouts and small eyes. Yep, that's a characteristic of the species. They are opportunistic feeders, targeting bony fishes, sharks, turtles, birds, dolphins, and terrestrial mammals. Cool. Fun fact, bull sharks were blamed for a series of attacks in 1916. That's not a fun fact. That's not fun. That's scary. Which served inspiration for Peter Benchley's book Jaws, which Steven Spielberg turned into a blockbuster movie in 1975. The blockbuster movie. I have an On Jaws series on this channel that, like, as a movie, I enjoy Jaws. As something that's negatively impacted sharks, I do not enjoy Jaws. I have mixed feelings about Jaws. It's a good movie, though. That's a good movie. But requiem sharks. So I don't know if you've seen that term before, but it's kind of one that throws me off a little bit. That's the only name I've ever heard these sharks. I think sometimes you can call them gray sharks, but the family Carcharinidae is often like in English it's called requiem sharks. It's not my favorite English name for a family of sharks. Kind of like mackerel sharks. I'm not a big fan of that name for those kinds of sharks. Bullhead sharks I like as a name. Cat sharks I like as a name. Requiem sharks just kind of like, what does that mean? So, sorry. Little nitpick, but like, it's a weird name. It just kind of throws you off. Oh, ground sharks. Did I say ground sharks already? I said gray sharks. Ground sharks. The order Carchariniformes. Oh, there you go. Carchariniformes, sometimes called ground sharks, which is also like, I don't know what that means. So, you know what I mean? It's just kind of like weird. English can be really cool in a lot of ways. Like bull shark is a great name for this animal. Like bull shark, perfect name for this animal, honestly. But like, it can also be like annoying, misleading and stuff. So don't get me started on sand shark. Sand shark does not exist. It is not a thing. I know where it comes from, but it's not a thing. Anyway, ooh, common names. That's fun. The bull shark name derives from its stout appearance and reputation for aggressive behavior. I used to get on this soapbox of like, it's actually bold, not aggressive. And I kind of forget what I was trying to get at, if I'm going to be honest. I mean, I think what it is like aggressive means the shark is angry all the time, and I didn't like that because it's like, no, it's an animal living in its world, and it doesn't mean like if you see a bull shark, don't freak out. Like it's not gonna come after you automatically. Calmly exit the water, but like, it doesn't mean it's like angry all the time. I think that's what it was. It was like, I didn't like the term aggressive because it just sounded like it's angry all the time, and bold is more like it can get you. It may not, but it totally can, like, I guess that was kind of something I was getting at. Anyway, it is known by many different common names throughout its range, including Beth, are you still here? Because, like, I can't speak French. And you speak French beautifully. And, oh, God. Please forgive me, all Francophiles? Francophones. All the French, forgive me. And the Canadians. And the Quebecois. Requin Bolegue? I don't know. In French-speaking countries, I'm sorry. Tiburon sarda in Spain. Sorry. Zambezi shark. There we go. Zambezi shark. Van Rooyen's shark. That is something I never knew. Van Rooyen's shark in South Africa. Who is that guy? I never knew that. You know what probably happened? And this is a guess. Like, but stuff like this happens all the time. And actually, this literally happened with Zambezi shark, I think. We got bull shark in the Atlantic, and then we got Zambezi shark in South Africa, and then I guess Van Rooyen shark. And then as time went on, people realized, oh, it's all the same species. So there's a twist on that, by the way, but we'll get to that later. So that's my guess. I don't know that. Where's the citation? The Ganges shark in India, though this name is also given to the freshwater river shark Glyphis gangeticus. I can speak Latin. Glyphis gangeticus. Okay, there you go. Sorry about that. I'm fluent in Latin. I mean, fluent in reading Latin. But, like, the Nicaragua shark in Central America, very famous location. Lake Nicaragua is a very famous location for bull sharks. The freshwater whaler, that's a new one. I never knew that one. Estuary whaler and Swan River whaler in Australia. That's awesome. The shovel-nosed shark, bad name. Square-nosed shark, river shark, slipway gray shark. What? The slipway gray shark. What the hell does that mean? I'm sorry, I'm being mean, but, like, the slipway gray shark. The slipway gray shark. That is, like, oh my god. Amazing. I love it. I feel bad. I'm so sorry. I'm dunking on whoever made that name up. Sorry. Ground shark and cub shark. Cub shark is a famous one I've heard in various English-speaking parts of the world. Slipway gray shark. It sounds like a knot, you know, like a sailor's knot. Like, this is the slipway gray shark. I'm really being mean. I'm so sorry. Anyway, sorry. Forgive me, author of that name. What we were talking about? Oh, Zambezi shark. Okay. There was a recent study, I think it was late 10s, like 2017, 2018, where genetically there's a theory that the bull shark is actually not one species, but a species complex of 3 different species. And I think one genetic cluster is in the Atlantic, one is in South Africa, and then one is in the Pacific. So, super cool. Let's go back to the thing. We got... I'm glad I favorited Beth's comment. That was very sweet of her to comment. Okay. Importance to humans. Though the bull shark is not a targeted species in most commercial fisheries, it is regularly captured on bottom long-line gear. It makes sense. You know, it's it's a coastal shark. I mean, it lives in estuaries. It's here. So it runs into us quite often. In the commercial shark fishery of the southeastern U.S. in the 1990s, the bull shark comprised 1 to 6% of the large coastal catch. It is more often targeted in small artisanal fisheries because of its abundance in nearshore environments. Yep. The meat is either used for fish meal or sold in local markets for human consumption. The fins are used in Asia for shark fin soup. Please don't ever eat shark fin soup. While the skin is frequently used for leather. That is a beautiful... Look at that photo. Can we zoom in on that? Yeah. What a beautiful pup. He's just so pretty. Beautiful shark. Beautiful little guy. Or a girl. I don't know. It's hard to tell. So pretty. So I love that photo. Bull shark is considered a game fish in the southeastern U.S. and South Africa and is fished by rod and reel from shore, piers, and bridges. According to the International Game Fish Association, IGFA, the largest bull shark caught on rod and reel weighed 347 kilograms. I refuse to do pounds and ounces. 347 kilograms. See, I like metric weight. And was caught near Cairns, Australia. Bull sharks are frequently observed at recreational shark feeding dives in the Caribbean. I didn't know. Yeah, that makes sense. Bull sharks adapt well to being kept in captivity. I've never seen one in captivity, which is quite sad. I've heard of that before. I've never seen one. And are on exhibit in a number of public aquaria, none of which I've been to. Some have been kept in tanks for over 15 years. Campagno! Campagno is a very famous researcher. Like anything Campagno. Campagno is one of the greats as far as shark research goes. So just keep an eye on that name. That's a famous name. Although there is no current evidence that aquarium collecting has had an impact on the world population of bull sharks, the demand for sharks in the aquarium industry has grown substantially over the past 20 years. Well, yeah, I mean, yes. The reason I just want to say fishing is fishing and bycatch, specifically commercial fishing, is the biggest thing that's hurting sharks right now. I might say this in every video. I'm sorry if I'm annoying, but like, the biggest threat and the biggest thing that's hurting sharks right now is fishing and bycatch and habitat loss and pollution, maybe, but definitely fishing. You can correct me if I'm wrong if it's not the biggest thing, but I think it's the biggest thing. I think fishing and bycatch is pretty much the biggest thing that's hurting sharks right now. So I trust Florida Museum of Natural History. It's just, this seems kind of like, I don't know, it kind of throws me off a little bit. I mean, I don't know how many aquariums have bull sharks, you know? Like, aquarium collecting has an impact on wild populations of bull sharks. Like, aquarium collecting for tiny fish, like, yeah, like, it's really bad. It's really bad for coral reefs, but, like, for sharks, I don't know. Comment below if you have an opinion on the statement that aquarium collecting has had an impact on the wild population of bull sharks. Like, there's no current evidence that it has, but like, comment, and like, if you have a thought about that statement, please leave a comment below, because like, it kind of throws me off a little bit. Like, it seems like, I don't want to say it's misleading, because it's like, I trust Florida Museum of Natural History, and I think that'd be kind of conspiracy theory, like tinfoil hat, if I was like thinking that way, but like, I don't know. It just kind of threw me off a little bit. Danger to humans. Sorry about that. Also, if you have any questions about bull sharks or any questions about anything, or if you are a shark scientist and want to leave a comment, please do. Like leave anything in the comments below. So be nice. Well, but leave comments below. Danger to humans. According to the International Shark Attack File, ISAF. Bull sharks are historically responsible for at least 100 unprovoked attacks on humans around the world, 27 of which have been fatal. However, it is likely that this species may be responsible for many more. It is considered by many to be the most dangerous shark in the world. Again, I'm like, it's up there. You heard it. Its large size, proclivity for freshwater, abundance, and proximity to human populations, particularly in the tropics, makes it more of a potential threat than is either the white shark or the tiger shark. I mean, they're all. White sharks, tiger sharks, and bull sharks are all coastal. Like, they all are coastal species. So, bull sharks are the only one of those three that goes into estuaries, sure. I mean, that's real, but like, I think all three of them are kind of on the same tier, personally. So, since the bull shark occurs in several underdeveloped regions of the world, including Central America, Mexico, India, East and West Africa, the Middle East, Southeast Asia, and the South Pacific, bites often go unreported. That is totally true. Totally true. If you go back, I'm in the Chesapeake Bay area of the U.S., of the Mid-Atlantic. So, like, if you go back in history and you go into, like, newspaper, like, reports, like, there are 5 shark attacks in the area. Some of them, like, in the late 1800s, early 1900s. So the only shark attack in Virginia that has been recorded is one off Virginia Beach. But there have been shark attacks in kind of there was one off Baltimore, like off the Patapsco River area. There was one off Norfolk, and then this is like way back. Like I mean, like again, like late 1800s, early 1900s. It's not and it might not be in the file because it's like it's a newspaper story, and other things could have happened. Like maybe somebody drowned, maybe somebody got hit by a boat or something else. I don't know. But I wouldn't be surprised. Bull sharks do live in the bay. I mean, they are here, and they're not rare. So, I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. So, unreported attacks, totally true. And I think that applies to kind of where I live, where I'm broadcasting from. I'm broadcasting from the Chesapeake Bay. So, I don't know why I started my words just now. Come on, T. Work. I'm actually in a funny vibe. I'm like not super tired. I'm not super alert, but not super tired. So the bull shark is also not as readily identified as is the white shark or the tiger shark. So may be responsible for a large fraction of the attacks that go to unassigned species. Totally true. Yeah. The bull shark is considered a likely culprit for the infamous series of 5 attacks that occurred in New Jersey in 1916 that resulted in 4 fatalities over a 12-day period. 3 of these attacks occurred in Matawan Creek, a shallow tidal river only 40 feet, 12 meters across, 1.5... the systems. Oh gosh, also the music is a little loud. Oh, I think it's the lowest it can go. Okay, we gotta go through the systems of epic music. 40 feet, 12 meters across, 1.5 miles, 2.4 kilometers from bay waters, and over 15 miles, 24 kilometers from the open ocean. You know how much nonsense that is? Why the 2 systems? Not a location where any other shark species would likely occur. A 9.5 foot... a 7.5 foot... Oh, wait a minute. A 7.5 foot, 2.25 meter white shark was captured 2 days after the last attack, 4 miles, 6.4 kilometers from the mouth of the Matawan Creek, and allegedly contained human remains in its stomach. You know what? That doesn't sound right. Dude, that does not sound right. 2.25 times... wait a minute. 1.3? Wait, hold on. I forget the conversion from... stupid systems. I forget the conversion from feet to meters. Or meters to feet, sorry. Meters to feet. 3 feet is... so annoying. Okay, 2.25. Also, the thing that doesn't sound right, it's not the metric conversion, I'm just checking. It's the fact that white shark is too small. That's interesting. Okay. Alright, that is a small white shark. That's weird. Hold on. That is weird. Like, hold on. Oh, so let's check if anybody else is here. Nobody else is here. Okay, we're going it alone. Okay. All right. Okay. I've seen a preserved specimen of a white shark that size, right? Is he that size? Hold on. I'm having a moment. Hold on, guys. Okay, we gotta get the tape measure out, because, like, I saw a giant... I saw a big white shark guy, like, you know, around the same size, 7.5 feet. But he's a juvenile. That is not an adult white shark. And I guess the question is, can a juvenile white shark do that? Like, does it want to do that? That's actually an open-ended question. Like, I can't imagine a small white shark. That is a small white shark. That is not... Like, 7.5 feet is big, right? You know, but, like, for white sharks and the white shark scale, that is a little guy. Like, let me... I don't want to be annoying, but, like, okay. Hold on. Captain Kip has to drive for a second. Hold on. Captain Kip is steering the show for a second. One moment. I gotta get my tape measure. I'm really curious. Also, he's like staring into your soul. It's a mud Kip. He drives a sub. That's, you know. Ugh. Oh, it's not working. Hold on. Yeah. Literally the worst part of the show. I'm so sorry, guys. You're staring to the blue forehead of a mud Kip while I, just selfishly try to measure something. Okay. Gotcha. I just want to make sure I got that right. You see, thank you, Captain Kip, for steering the ship. You see, I don't think that's big enough to cause damage or to, like, want to go after a person. I really don't think that's big enough for a white shark. I don't know white shark biology as well, though, so leave a comment below if you're a white shark biologist and if you think that 7.5 foot white shark would ever go after a person, because I don't think that's right. I don't know. I really don't know, but I just don't think that's right. White shark was captured 2 days after the last attack 4 miles from the mouth of Matawan Creek. It allegedly contained human remains in its stomach. The allegedly is what's throwing me off, too. Allegedly. It's 1916, dude. It's like... that could be too long ago. I don't know, man. This seems weird to me. It seems weird. Anyway, a 9-foot bull shark was also captured a day later, only 10 miles from Matawan. This has been a topic of controversy for many years, and there's evidence that points to the involvement of both the bull shark and the white shark. It has not yet been conclusively resolved. I appreciate them saying that, because it's throwing me off too. It's interesting. Ooh, this is one of my favorite videos that they're doing, by the way. Again, music. The music you're listening to is from a really awesome channel called Blue Turtle. Please subscribe and like them. They are super cool. I listen to this whenever I'm studying. Or if I just even want to like fall asleep to something. Like it's super relaxing, super chill, happy study party, guys. So, guys is the future. There's no one here right now, but like of the future, happy study party. I hope you're enjoying your own snack or your own drink, like a cup of tea, or if you want, I mean, like if you have some red wine or something, just something kind of whatever relaxes you. I hope you have a good night. Anyway. IUCN Red List status near threatened. That's not updated, actually. We're going to jump ahead a little bit to the IUCN Red List. So, bull shark is currently vulnerable, which is really sad. Do you know what's really scary, guys? Is that I've seen this in my lifetime. Like, I started Dr. Jaws, I think technically 2012, and I've kept track of the sharks that I've like worked with and everything, and it's like, bull shark when I started was near threatened, now it's vulnerable. That's nuts. That's really scary. A lot of assessments, and it's like, some of it is like, maybe a big part of it is like a lot of the assessments were in need of updating anyway, so maybe it's just bad timing, But, I mean, the bigger picture is still, like, a lot of shark populations have crashed since, I think the 60s was kind of the high point, I got that right. Like 50s, 60s was sort of like the beginning of the end in terms of a lot of shark species and populations. So like, I mean, I'm not wrong in the sense that this is a really rapid decline, and even if the IUCN Red List status update, I mean, it might be kind of like a delay due to like whatever. Sorry, I'm starting to get tired. It's still scary. I mean, it's scary that it was near threatened when I started, and then we're 10 years later. Oh my god, 10 years later. I mean, it's been a fun 10 years, but vulnerable now. It's wild. Though the bull shark is not a targeted species, it is routinely caught in fisheries around the world. Because it lives in estuary and inshore regions close to human populations, it is vulnerable to human impact. The inshore nursery grounds are particularly at risk. Yeah, dude, like this is a tough shark. I mean, like I'm actually amazed this is not as, like, I'm amazed this is not critically endangered or endangered. Like honestly, it's a tough shark. Like it can put up with a lot. Um, it spends most of its time inshore. You know, it's been seen in like canals, like just it's like there's where shark world and human worlds meet. I mean, it's like that risk to like nursery grounds is really important, and that's why shark nurseries are super super important. Because it's like a lot of areas are developed or like at risk of further development, and it's just like they're important areas for baby sharks. So some really cool shark nurseries, like in my part of the world, Mob Jack Bay in the Chesapeake region. It's kind of in Gloucester, Matthews County. Big sandbar shark nursery. There. Oh, this is cool. There was a bull shark, a baby bull shark, juvenile bull shark caught in Albemarle Sound in North Carolina, which is wild because I don't think they've ever recorded that before. I think that baby bull shark was captured late tens, like 2017, 2018. But it's kind of wild because that's like there has been a prediction that bull sharks' range is going to increase northward. I mean, in my part of the world, like due to climate change, like with warming water, the bull shark range, which typically is like subtropical, like Florida, Carolinas, is going to go further north. They're already in the bay, and they've naturally been in the bay, but the change would be they would be in the bay more often, or they would be like higher populations in the bay. And the fact that a baby bull shark was seen in Albemarle Sound, North Carolina, like which is like the next. I mean, that whole complex, like Albemarle, Pamlico Sound, that's the next estuary. Like it's not an ecoregion; it's like a subregion, but like it's the next estuary complex before the Chesapeake Bay. That's kind of just wild. That like they're moving north, man. Like the campaign is going north. It's crazy. So I don't know. Like I would be blown away if a baby bull shark was in the Chesapeake Bay. I hope I don't see that in my lifetime, but because it's just not natural. It's not part of the normal life cycle. It's gonna screw things up if that happens. Because it's like, the bay is like a big sandbar shark and dusky smoothhound habitat, nursery. Sorry, sandbar shark and dusky smoothhound nursery. So if a bull shark nursery is like established or something in the far future, that's gonna not be good. So yeah, just need to say that. I mean, it's fascinating to see it in real time. And in the shark world too. Like that's actually sometimes when I get asked questions about climate change, like how does climate change affect sharks? Like that's a good go-to example. Kind of from my perspective, it's like it's happening. It's crazy. It's hard. It's. I was about to say it's hard enough, but I don't know if true that is because it's been a while since I've really kept up with that research. But again, in my world, it's happening. So. Where is I? The insurance around like risk, tall sharks, reports of the average size of sharks caught near beach nets has significantly declined in recent years, which does not bode well for South African populations of the species. The bull shark is not currently legally protected in any part of its range. Right. Further research is necessary to better characterize its biological, ecological, and fisheries significance. Yep, we're going to go to the IUCN's website. I'm getting tired, man. Oh my gosh. Can we do it? The IUCN is the global union of the states government. Okay, sure. The IUCN, the International Union for the Conservation of Nature, is a global union of states, governmental agencies, and non-governmental organizations in a partnership that assesses the conservation status of a species. Sure. I mean, that's a good way to describe it. They're talking about this. We'll jump to this. We got to at least get to this. I'm getting sleepy. How long is this? I don't know. I mean, like, that's the point of a study party, right? We're studying. But, oh, man. Anybody else comment? Oh, my gosh. Alright. If anyone's out there, please leave a comment. Oh, is it 2? I see number 2. Are there 2 viewers here? Hello? Anyone here? Okay, I'm being creepy. Let's go back. Bull sharks occur in tropical to subtropical coastal waters worldwide. They also occur in a number of river systems and some freshwater lakes. What's super cool is, and this is nuts, this animal, guys, is nuts. Like, most fish of any group of fish, like tuna, trout, shark, ray, any fish, right? They have a really limited salinity range. Like they don't want to. What's the word? Like they have a sensitivity. Like freshwater fish more often than not do not want to go in salt water and vice versa. The normal salinity range is my favorite system is parts per thousand. So 0 parts per thousand is pure mountain spring freshwater, and then 35 parts per thousand is like ocean water, like just like wild blue Atlantic ocean water, right? So 0 to 35 is like the normal range of salinity, right? And most animals, if they're you know if they are gonna go into like freshwater or saltwater, most animals kind of like can do a chunk, but they can't do the full transition. So most animals can do like a range of 10 parts per thousand. So ocean animals can maybe go down to like 20 parts per thousand, 18 parts per thousand, but they often can't handle less than that. And then freshwater animals can maybe go up to 10 parts per thousand, but they often can't handle more than that, right? Like salinity matters everywhere. Like salinity matters for estuaries. Like it is a driving, dictating force in terms of like a lot of animals physiologically can't handle major changes in it, right? So all that to say, the bull shark can handle salinities from 0 to 50 parts per thousand. So 0, like fresh water, all the way through the ocean into hypersaline lagoons in, I think, parts of Africa can have lake conditions and river conditions that like evaporate a lot of the water and make it much saltier, and bull sharks can handle that. It's insane. I'm sure they're not happy, but it's insane that they can do that. 0 to 50 parts per thousand. I've never heard of that in any animal. I've never heard of that for any shark. It's unbelievable. This guy is tough, dude. This is the toughest shark. It's so cool. Alright, man. Bull sharks occur in tropical to subtropical coastal waters worldwide. Oh, we already talked about that. Reported. We're gonna do miles, man. I'm sorry. I gotta do the American length. I don't know why. I don't know why kilometers don't make sense to me. It's sad. I should be a scientist, but I'm sorry. 2,220 miles up the Amazon River in Peru and over 1,800 miles up the Mississippi River in Illinois. Isn't that crazy? I had some friends visiting. I think they were visiting St. Louis, and I freaked them out when I told them like, "Oh yeah, bull shark's been around that area." Fun fact, because they were taking like a river cruise, not a river cruise, but like a ferry from one side of the Mississippi to another, and I was like, "Hey, guess what? That water you're on, bull shark's been there, So, and they were a little freaked out. So, a population in Lake Nicaragua was once thought to be landlocked, but it was subsequently determined that they gained access to the ocean through a system of rivers and estuaries. That is awesome. That whoever wrote that study. We gotta find out who wrote that study, because that is awesome that they determined that. In the western Atlantic, bull sharks migrate north along the coast of the US, my part of the world, during summer, swimming as far north as Massachusetts, and then return to tropical climates when the coastal water is cool. Super cool, man. Alright. Wow, we're not even... This is long. I mean, and I'm not complaining. I'm just like, I'm actually shocked we are burning as much time as we are. Like, that's amazing that we're actually... It's 10 o'clock now. We've been at this for an hour. Like, that's crazy. I really didn't think... I thought I would breeze through this. Like, I didn't think it would be this long. I'm not complaining. I mean, it's a study party, but that's amazing. Habitat. The bull shark prefers to live in shallow coastal waters less than 30 meters deep. Alright, now I'm going to be confusing. Hear me out, guys. Okay, I like meters for diving. Like, So my bizarre relationship with measurements would be, I love the metric system for weight. I love meters, the metric system for diving, because I can get that. I don't know why. I do not like the metric system for length, like lateral length. Like, I need American miles, inches, feet. I don't know why. I don't get it. It makes no sense. It is wrong, but that's my relationship. So, meters make sense to me when you're diving. I don't get it, but complex creature am I. Anyway, bull sharks prefer to live in shallow coastal waters less than 30 meters deep, but ranges from 1 to 150 meters deep. So that's cool. This is purely epipelagic. So sunlit zone. It only lives in the sunlit zone. That's actually really cool. Sunlit zone is 200 meters. So 0 to 200 meters is the sunlit zone, or sunlight zone, or epipelagic zone. So, fun fact. I'm sure most marine biologists know that, but oh well. It commonly enters estuaries, bays, harbors, lagoons, and river mouths. It is one of the very few species that readily move into freshwater and apparently can spend long periods of time in such environments. Sharks of the genus Glyphis are also capable of living in freshwater. Yes. So, Glyphis is super cool and a genus that people should pay attention to because they're pretty endangered. Some are critically endangered. I think one at least is critically endangered, and then the rest are endangered. I think there might be one that's vulnerable. But Glyphis are freshwater sharks. Sometimes it is erroneously recorded that bull sharks are the only shark that can go into freshwater, but Glyphis can do that too. So there's evidence that while they can breed in freshwater, they do not do so as regularly as they do in estuarine and marine habitats. Juvenile bull sharks enter low salinity estuaries and lagoons as readily as adults do and use these shallow areas as nursery grounds. Yep. Bull sharks can also tolerate hypersaline water as high as 53 parts per thousand. Holy crap. I didn't know it was 53, man. That's crazy. Whoa. Oh my god. Oh. 53 parts per thousand. That's nuts. That's insane. That's craziness. What an animal. Distinguishing... Oh no. I don't know if this is going to help us. Let's see. Distinguishing characteristic. First dorsal fin large and triangular. That's not going to help us. First dorsal fin originates over or slightly behind pectoral insertion. That does help us, kind of, sort of, hardly. That kind of measurement is actually very helpful for any kind of carcharinus, usually. Dusky sharks are a really great example of that. Where is the origin of the dorsal fin in relation to the pectoral fin? If you're interested in sharks and shark identification, this kind of measurement is actually extremely useful. So I'm not even joking. Large dorsal fin is not, but this is useful. So snout is much shorter than width of mouth and bluntly rounded. Yep, that is useful. This is not the greatest. This is this snout on this individual, whoever drew this, it's just a little pointy. This clearly looks like a deceased bull shark, like as in they drew this from a preserved specimen. It's not bad. It's just because it's sharks are very hard to draw. This isn't bad actually. It's just that snout's a little pointy, and the eyes are small. Yeah, the eyes are very characteristically small. Kind of wonder. I just want to pull out the tome for a second. Let's see what we got in terms of identification. Oh man, I probably should end this at 10:30, maybe. I don't know if we can. We gotta make it at least in the end of the Florida Museum of Natural History, because it's I didn't think this would take this long. Oh dear. I don't regret it. I think what we should do next time then is should probably dive into the IUCN Red List next time. That should probably be what's up. That's probably what we should do. So, okay, identification from the Great Tome. A massive, solid, broad-headed shark. Very short, broad, bluntly rounded snout. Triangular saw-edge upper teeth. Upper labial furrows. Very short. Small eyes. No spiracles. Broad, triangular first dorsal fin. Less than 3.2 times the second dorsal fin height. Both dorsal fins with short, free rear tips. No interdorsal ridge. Oh, we gotta talk about interdorsal ridge. We'll talk about that in a bit. Large, angular pectoral fins, inconspicuous caudal keels, grayish above, fin tips dusky, but not conspicuously marked except in juveniles, underside white. Okay, so that's kind of more like, it's like the sum of the characteristics. Like this isn't a shark with like one big thing that you can use to identify it. It's really like the sum of all of those elements. For me, it's just, like I said at the beginning of the video, chonky, big, powerful looking, tiny eyes, blunt snout, and then just the way the pectoral and dorsal fins are shaped. Like that kind of like, is it falcate is the right term? Like sickle shaped kind of curve for the pectorals. And then like a nice little, you can see, if you can see my mouse, can you see it? Yeah, you can. That nice little concavity right there, concave curve. Interdorsal ridge. So if you're interested in Carcharinus, this genus Carcharinus, you can distinguish, and I still have trouble doing this, but you can distinguish different species, or different groups of Carcharinus by whether or not they have an interdorsal ridge. So the interdorsal ridge is literally, it's like a small, like ridge on the back between the first and second dorsal fin. So right here. So bull sharks don't have it, but a bunch of other Carcharinus do have it, and it's a quick identifier because Carcharinus, like I said earlier, they're really hard to tell apart. So anyway, and it's a useful little trick. So yeah. So yeah, it's a very important feature. I just want to talk about that. Oh my gosh, I'm just cheating. Oh, we're almost done. We're almost done. Yeah, because I would feel bad if I just like left without finishing this. So we gotta do it. We gotta do it. It's the first one. Also, what I kind of love, and it's just kind of hitting me, like I chose the bull shark because in my personal life, I mean, I've done a lot with bull sharks, and bull sharks are like, you know, I mean, they're here. They're in my backyard. They're you know, a shark species near and dear. So. But what's really cool is, like, with all the Jaws stuff, like the Matawan Creek stuff, it's kind of like a cool shark to begin this live series. It's kind of a cool shark to kind of launch things and set things off. So I'm happy choosing this one. I'm really happy that's the one we're starting out with. So anyway, did we talk about that? Yeah, we talked about that. Did we really talk about that? So, wait a minute. Is this biology distinctive features? Sorry, that really threw me off. Bull sharks are very stout-bodied and have a blunt, rounded snout. They lack an interdorsal ridge. The first dorsal fin is large or broadly triangular with a pointed apex. Oh, first time we talked about that. The second dorsal fin is significantly smaller. The pectoral fins are also large, broad, and angular. Bull sharks have small eyes relative to most other carcharoidid sharks, which suggests that vision may not be as important for the species, which often occurs in turbid waters. Isn't that cool? Like, I just think it's cool. This guy is adapted. He's adapted to his environment. So cool. Bull sharks are pale to dark gray above, fading to a pale cream color on their underside. In younger individuals, their fins have dark tips, which fade into more diffuse, dusky color as they grow. What's interesting in like fish world is a lot of different fish species have similar color patterns, and sharks are no different. You're gonna read a lot of different sharks with this same kind of description. Interesting. Dentition. Upper jaw teeth of the bull shark are broad, triangular, and heavily serrated. Yep. Scary. Lower jaw teeth have a broad base and are narrow and triangular with fine serrations. I don't know if you can see that. It's a little grainy. But you see that? Like, it kind of these are like pure triangles, right? Pure triangles that will destroy, right? But here, this is kind of cool. It curves inward, then spikes upward. These are more like pokey teeth, kind of. I mean, not really, because they're like, they're flat and serrated, so they are kind of like saws. But isn't that? But I just want to make a note of that. This is, I know this is super grainy, but like curving inward and then pointing upward. So it's kind of more like a stabbing, poking motion. This is more like a shearing saw blade thing. Oh god, it's nuts looking. Anterior teeth are erect and nearly symmetrical, while posterior teeth become more oblique in shape. Cool. Maximum reported length of bull shark is 13 feet, and maximum reported weight is 316.5 kilograms. Size at birth is 2 to 3 feet, and size at maturity is 5 to 7 feet for males, and 6 to 7.5 feet for females. Fun fact, most shark females are larger than males. Like in the shark world, usually, I almost said women are larger. They're sharks, they're not people. Sorry, females are larger than males in the shark world. So that's an interesting, that's usually typical. So pretty cool. Age of maturity is between 15 to 20 years, and the no lifespan is greater than 25 years. Growth rates have been calculated by Thorson and Lacey using tag recapture information in Lake Nicaragua. They estimated that in the first 2 years, the growth rate is about 16 to 18 centimeters per year. A later study by Brandstetter and Stiles estimate that this growth rate subsequently slows to 4 to 5 centimeters per year. That's cool. I'm not gonna be honest, guys. I'm not a big growth rate guy. Like, I mean, it's cool. I'm more into like ecology and physiology and behavior and culture, just like things that have happened with the species in our world. So, food habits. Bony fishes and small sharks make up the vast majority of the bull shark's diet. In the western Atlantic, they commonly feed on mullet. Mullet is big shark food. Sharks love mullet. Like that is like one of their favorite things to eat. So, tarpon, catfishes, menhaden, that's another big one. Gar, snook, jacks, mackerel, snappers, and other schooling fish. They also consume stingrays and juvenile sharks, including small individuals of their own species in their inshore nursery habitats. Oh, I have heard of that before, but it's pretty lurid. It's like, shark cannibalism is it's freaky. Moving on. Other food items occasionally reported in bull sharks include sea turtles, dolphins, crabs, shrimp, seabirds. I can see it happening, like a seabird sitting on the surface. Yeah. Squid and dogs? No. Bull sharks appear sluggish as they cruise slowly along the bottom, but are capable of quick bursts that allow them to capture smaller, agile prey. Yeah, by the way, guys, sharks are like rockets. They are fast. Unbelievably fast. Doesn't matter what species. Just like, even like, okay, let me rephrase that. Okay, deep water sharks maybe not be as fast, but like shallow water sharks, fast. Rocket or bullet, totally the same. Like totally appropriate for that. Super fast. Like, I would never ever describe a bull shark as sluggish in any. No. I don't care if it's like. It can't sit on the seabed, but like I don't care if it's like the slowest sloth-like thing ever. Thing's fast. Like, yeah. Don't ever think it's slow. They have been recorded to move at over 11 miles per hour over short distances. Excuse me. I know it's not a bullet. That sounds really slow, but forget this. Forget that. It's fast. Like, don't. Sharks are fast, dude. They scare me how fast they are. I love them, but like, the times I've been with them, sometimes they've shocked me how fast they are. So, reproduction. Age of maturation for female bull sharks is estimated to be 18 years. Aww. And 14 to 15 years for males. Interesting. Bull sharks bear live young. That's really cool. The developing pups, 1 to 13 per litter, are nourished internally via a yolk sac placenta. Isn't that wild about sharks that, like, not all sharks, but major groups of sharks have a placenta? Like, you know, it's not, of course, the same as what we have as humans, but it's still kind of wild that this group of animals so far removed from, you know, mammals, like, have this feature or parallel feature. It's pretty fascinating. So, the mother gives birth after a 10 to 11 month gestation period, at which point they become free swimming and autonomous. In the Gulf of Mexico, mating occurs during summer months, and the pups are born the following April-June. Mating and birthing occurs year-round in the warmest parts of their range. Females often bear mating scars on their flanks. Coastal lagoons, river mouths, and other low salinity estuaries are common nursery habitats. Oh, cool. Alright, we're almost done. We gotta finish this. Predators. Adult bull sharks have few natural predators. Young bull sharks, however, can fall prey to tiger sharks, Galliosardo cuvier, sandbar sharks, Carcharodontis plumbeus. Oh, I didn't know that. I actually did not know that. That's odd. Sandbar sharks are smaller. I mean, I can kind of see it. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I've seen some beefy sandbar sharks. I mean, it's not a shark I would automatically think is like... I don't know. I mean, I have seen some beefy ones, so... Okay, sure. That's wild. And other bull sharks. A crocodile in South Africa was also reported to have consumed a bull shark. That's wild. The city of Surabaya in Indonesia, I believe. Let's look that up. Part of the... Yeah. Is famous for a legend between shark and crocodile. Yeah, it is Indonesia. And... there it is, look at that. My hot take on that, which is not really a hot take because I think it makes perfect sense, is that this legend is about a bull shark. So, I forget who is who, but one is Sura and one is Baya. And the legend is about a territorial dispute where the shark goes into the river and the crocodile is also in the river, and they have to compete for food and resources, and they engage in this epic battle. And because the shark is in the river in this part of the world, I suspect that you can actually classify this as a bull shark. Like, yeah, the statue obviously is not quite a bull shark, right? But based on, like, the legend and where the legend is located, it could be a bull shark. I think it is a bull shark. I think the legend of Surabaya is a bull shark. So... And I love it because it's kind of cool because, like, this is a piece of myth or folklore or a legend. I guess it's not a myth if it's a legend. But it's a piece of folklore and legend, but you can still, like, classify the animal because based on, like, the clues, like, based on, like, what you can deduce from, like, oh my gosh, this is taking place in a river. What shark lives in the river in this part of the world? Bull shark. I just think that's extremely cool. So... rare that happens, but super cool. We were talking about crocodiles, parasites. If you want to get to probably a solid field, it's shark parasites. Parasites are very important in shark I'm not even joking, they're very important in shark research. Like, they are featured quite a lot. And I think there's still a lot more to discover. But parasites of the bull shark include the copepods, Pandarus sinuatus, and Parasaurus dentatus. They can be found attached to the body surface, often in the axial region of the pectoral and pelvic fins. What is the axial? Oh, I don't think tonight's the night to figure that out. We'll get back to the axial tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, next week. Taxonomy, the first... Oh, yeah. The bull shark was first described by... Oh, okay, this is interesting. The bull shark was first described by Valenciennes in Mueller and Onlay, 1839, as Carcharodontis priondon lucus, and later changed to the currently valid name Carcharodontis lucus. The genus name Carcharodontis is derived from Greek kakaros, sharpen, there you go, man, oh, full circle, and rhinos, nose. It also appears in literature as Carcharias priondon zambeziensis. Oh my god, I can do Latin, hold on. Carcharias priondon zambeziensis. Zambezensis. There you go. Okay, sorry, that one threw me off. Carcharis priondon zambezensis, Carcharodontis zambezensis, Priondon platiodon, Squalus platiodon, Squalus obtusus, Eulemia nicaraguensis. Yeah. Carcharis azurius, Carcharis spenceri, Galeolamna bogamba, fun name. Galeolamna greyi Mikhaili, and Cochrinus vanroyeni. Oh, like Van Royen shark. Look at that, guys. Remember Van Royen shark? The weird common name for this guy? Yeah, Cochrinus vanroyeni. That's interesting. Boggenba. What a name. Was good. Okay, Valencius Emilianle. So, often, almost always, the taxonomy for this shark is Miller-Ananle. So it's like the, and what we mean by that is that it's who was the first person who described the species, who was the first person who, like, I guess is the author of the species, or like made Carcharodontis lucus, like distinguishes as an individual species, like its own species. And whenever, I think if you see like a shark book, a lot of like not nature guides maybe, but like shark books will have like the name of the shark and then the name of like the authors right next to it in the top whatever corner, and that's that name. So I've often seen Miller-Ananle, and I used to think that Valencius was like a mistake, but the idea of Valencius in Miller-Ananle, so it's like Miller-Ananle's original publication, but Valencius was maybe the person who identified the shark in the first place. Super cool. I think that's really interesting. I'm kind of nerding out a little bit, but like Miller-Ananle is the one I see most often. And that's all we got for this. So oh my gosh. So I was super ambitious for thinking we could do all three tonight. And I think the reality is we probably can't. But I had a lot of fun doing this. And I think, guys, this is going to be, for sure, a weekly thing. A weekly study party. For those of you in the future, I hope you enjoy this video. And I hope you are satisfied with like whatever project you were working on today. And then I'm just going into my little live session. I'm going to shut this off in a little bit. But anyway, leave a comment below on anything you like. Please like and subscribe the channel. And just like, you know, feel free to lend, yeah, just any comments, anything you got on bull sharks. Since nobody's really here. Which is fine. I mean, like, this is a new thing, and I'm kind of experimenting a little bit. But since nobody's here, I'm going to pick the shark for next week, which is the Dusky Smoothhound. That's kind of like my go-to. I have kind of like a private list of sharks in a certain order. You know, if you guys have suggestions, go ahead and comment them, and then we can switch it up. So every week we'll do a different shark. Every week we'll do whatever shark you want to talk about. And then every week we'll listen to music. So if you got music suggestions, just as long as it's study music, like whether it's a YouTube channel or like, I like video game soundtracks quite a lot, you know, like Journey is super cool. Grease is pretty cool, like GRIS. That's a newish game that I think is pretty cool. But any video game soundtracks you guys got, I would love to put that for our next study session. But anyway, to those of you in the future, thank you for watching. Love you guys. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And I wish you a very good night. And I think I have to come up with like an outro gesture. Or I don't know. Maybe not. Whatever. Have a good night, guys. Thanks for watching.